A well-made fried egg has got to be one of the most satisfying, most delicious, yet still one of the most easiest and quick recipes that you can cook. So in this video, I'm going to teach you 3 super beginner-friendly techniques in order to get super consistent results, to pack your eggs with a ton of flavor, and to get some really, really incredible texture in your eggs. Check this out.
Okay, so let's start by talking about the eggs themselves. For the best results, you want the freshest eggs from the best source possible. But for demonstration purposes, I'm just using week-old supermarket eggs to show you that you can still get delicious results without the best eggs. I like to crack my eggs against a nice hard surface to prevent eggshell fragments from getting inside the egg whites, and I'll always break my eggs into a small bowl before I add them directly to the pan, so that if I drop any eggshell, it's just much easier to remove. Now for our first technique, we are aiming for quick, easy, perfectly set whites and nice runny yolks. For the most foolproof experience, I would recommend a really good non-stick pan, which we're going to set over a medium-high heat. To this, add a good little knob of butter, roughly a tablespoon, and get it nice and hot and foamy. Butter not only has an incredible flavor that's very complementary with eggs, but it also contains some water, which, as it cooks, will evaporate to help the eggs cook faster. I like to swirl the butter in the pan and add the eggs one at a time. Season these immediately with a good little pinch of salt, and for fast, evenly cooked eggs, I like to place a lid on top of the pan. This traps a little bit of steam, which helps the eggs cook from all directions. Now this technique only really takes 1 to 2 minutes before your whites are perfectly set and the eggs are still nice and runny. If you prefer firmer eggs, you can just let these cook a little bit longer.
You see me? Okay. There's an odd tasting angle, but let's go for it. This is some very dry toast, but let's go for it. The eggs look amazing. Egg yolk is nice and runny, egg white is buttery and delicious and amazing. It's slightly firm from like the light steaming, but it's not very tough. You could like break everything up with just a fork. Now for something a little bit more flavorsome.
Now, this next technique is incredibly similar to the first. You will still be using a non-stick pan, a good knob of butter, but we'll be adding some flavor to all this foamy butter. By using some sort of curry paste or chili paste to cook inside of the foamy butter, we add an incredible amount of both color and flavor with minimal effort. What I'm using this time is a black bean chili crisp because I had it around, but in the past I've used a ton of different pastes and spice mixes, and you can kind of play around and see what works well here. Similar to before, we're going to be adding our eggs directly to the foamy butter, but this time I'm going to be moving things around a little bit to get some of that full flavored oil to coat my eggs a little bit. And much like before, we are going to place a lid on top of the pan to let our eggs cook evenly and gently. And once the whites are just set, I like to give them a final little bit of movement through all that delicious butter and plate them up immediately.
She's beautiful. These were amazing. So these were very similar in texture to our first set of fried eggs, but these were packed with so much flavor. The chili crisp that I used is absolutely delicious, adds a nice heat, adds a nice umami. I often do this with sambal alek, which is like this Asian chili paste that's delicious. Like Thai curry paste is really nice, sauteed in butter and like eggs fried in them. And I also really like harissa, which is like a North African chili paste situation. They're all delicious with eggs. But finally, we have one more technique. This one is slightly harder, but I think you guys will manage it. And it has a ton of texture. We're really mixing things up. Let's go.
For our final technique, you could use the normal non-stick pan like before, but for best results you want something that's nice and sturdy and that can take a really high heat, much like this cast iron pan over here. It has a good mix of non-stick properties, but it can really take the heat incredibly well. Here we're going to be cranking the temperature up to medium-high, and we'll be adding some oil this time instead of butter. It has a higher smoke point and it won't burn nearly as easily. Once our oil is nice and hot after about a minute or so, we can add the eggs and season them really well with salt. Now, since we want to develop a good amount of color and texture on the bottom of the eggs before they're completely cooked through, I am not going to be adding a lid to help things cook faster. You're going to want to keep an eye on the corners of the eggs because you really want to get them nice and crispy, nice and brown and lacy. Once this beautiful crust at the bottom is formed and your egg whites are cooked completely through, that's when the eggs are done. Now, if your pan doesn't free up the eggs completely like mine did over here, all you need to do is coax the outside of the eggs with a silicone spatula until it's completely removed from the pan. This makes for an infinitely easier time getting them from the pan to your eggs.
Oof, this should be good. The texture of those eggs, absolutely incredible. It had so much flavor, the yolks still stay nice and runny. On something like toast, you don't really notice the texture as much because the toast is quite crunchy. But if you have like a bowl of, let's say, rice with like sauce and everything is like a little bit soft, by crisping up the eggs that you put on top, you had so much texture, you had so much flavor, you had so much depth. Oh, this takes me back to when I first moved into this apartment. I did not have a non-stick. I just had that cast iron and I sort of stumbled upon this style of eggs almost by accident and I absolutely loved it. And I have to bring it back into the rotation. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you learned something. There's a ton more styles of fried egg that I'll be teaching you guys in the future, but I thought these were some nice, fairly straightforward, fun ones that have like a little bit of technique in them. If you enjoyed this and you want to see something to do with those eggs, I just made this video with a bunch of delicious chickpea recipes. You should totally go check that out. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Bye.